We will be traveling south through the hinterlands to the ruin of Ostagar, on the edges of the Korkari Wilds. The Tevinter Imperium built Ostagar long ago to prevent the Wilders from invading the northern lowlands. It's fitting we make our stand here, even if we face a different foe within that forest. The King's forces have clashed with the Darkspawn several times, but here is where the bulk of the Horde will show itself. There are only a few Grey Wardens within Ferelden at the moment, but all of us are here. This blight must be stopped, here and now. If it spreads to the north, Ferelden will fall.
Ho there, Duncan.
King Kalen.
Wow.
I didn't expect
I didn't realize I had
a royal welcome? I was beginning to worry you'd miss all the fun.
Not if I could help it, Your Majesty.
Then I'll have the mighty Duncan at my side in battle after all. Glorious. The other wardens told me you'd found a promising recruit. I take it this is she?
Allow me to introduce you, Your Majesty.
Oh, her hair looks totally different on the surface.
We'll be shedding blood together after all. Ho there, friend. Might I know your name?
I highly doubt it, but anything is possible. Yes, Your Majesty, my name is Veata.
Pleased to meet you. The Grey Wardens are desperate to bolster their numbers, and I, for one, am glad to help them. It's good to see one of the honorable stout folk outside Orzammar.
Yeah, leaving Orzammar wasn't really my idea, to be honest. I'm really afraid I'm gonna fall into the sky. Just at any given moment.
Sounds like there's a story behind that. You must regale me with it sometime.
Yeah, if you'd like, but don't you have a battle to fight first?
I meant after we defeat the Blight, of course.
Oh, right, yeah.
I doubt Loghain will give me a moment's rest
on
until
Tuesday.
then. I've been to Orzammar. King Endrin invited my father to a grand proving long ago. How does Endrin fare these days?
Well, I'm his daughter, and he was fine when I saw him last, though I hear he's sick now.
Well, it seems your story may be even more interesting than I suspected.
Yeah.
Allow me to be the first to welcome you to Ostagar. The Wardens will benefit greatly with you in their ranks.
Thanks. You're too kind.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but I should return to my tent. Loghain waits eagerly to bore me with his strategies.
Your uncle sends his greetings and reminds you that Redcliffe forces could be here in less than a week.
Ha! Eamon just wants in on the glory. We've won 3 battles against these monsters, and tomorrow should be no different.
So it sounds like the Blight is almost over. I guess I'll be able to tell you my story on Tuesday for real.
I'm not even sure this is a true Blight. There are plenty of Darkspawn on the field, but alas, we've seen no sign of an archdemon.
Disappointed, Your Majesty?
I'd hoped for a war like in the tales. A king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. But I suppose this will have to do. I must go before Loghain sends out a search party. Farewell, Grey Wardens.
That guy is not going to survive battle. He is way too cocky and...
What the king said is true. They've won several battles against the Darkspawn here.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to take the Darkspawn very seriously, I noticed.
True. Despite the victories so far, the Darkspawn horde grows larger with each passing day. By now, they look to outnumber us. I know there is an archdemon behind this, but I cannot ask the king to act solely on my feeling.
Yeah, why not? He seems to really like the Grey Wardens. He probably would listen to you.
Yet not enough to wait for reinforcements from the Grey Wardens of Orlais.
Oh.
He believes our legend alone makes him invulnerable. Our numbers in Ferelden are too few.
I think he thinks his hair makes him invulnerable.
And look to Teyrn Loghain to make up the difference. To that end, we should proceed with the joining ritual without delay.
What ritual?
Every recruit must go through a secret ritual we call the joining in order to become a Grey Warden. The ritual is brief, but some preparation is required. We must begin soon.
What do I have to do?
Feel free to explore the camp here as you wish. All I ask is that you do not leave it for the time being. There is another Grey Warden in the camp by the name of Alistair. When you're ready, seek him out and tell him it's time to summon the other recruits. Until then, I have business I must attend to. You may find me at the Grey Warden tent on the other side of this bridge, should you need to.
Okay. Tent. I'm not a kinslayer! Oh, can I look at what these are? Okay. Alright, I can see that I'm going to get lost very quick. Oh, boy. I got no shoes. So we walked all the way here and nobody offered to give me any shoes. Everything is really weird. The open sky is scary and this stonework sucks. Seriously, do you guys not have any good stonemasons? How do you get by? At least it feels more natural than that weird grass stuff we were walking on before. That was gross. All squishy. I hope I can find some shoes somewhere.
Hail, you must be the Grey Warden recruit that Duncan brought.
Yeah.
This place hasn't seen such bustle in centuries, I'll wager. Need a hand getting anywhere?
No, but can you tell me anything about this place?
Used to be a fortress long time ago, so I understand. Back in the days when the Wilders used to invade the lowlands. You were just on the eastern side of the ruin. The Tower of Ishal is there, but Tairn Logains closed it off until the battle. This side is the King's camp. We've got the Grey Wardens here, the Circle of Magi, the Chantry. You can't swing a dead cat without hitting somebody important.
Do humans swing dead cats a lot? Yeah, where can I get supplies, like some shoes?
Quartermaster, he's just a bit to the northwest.
Northwest. Okay, thanks.
Good luck to you then.
Thank you. Alright, so that's where the crazy New Agers hang out. Got it. Quartermaster.
We stand here in this hour, good folk of Rennn, and we contemplate the death that may await. Death is no failure, my friend. Should it find you, you will not have failed your king. You will have served your maker. Die in this battle, and when you stand before the maker of the land beyond the page, he shall not find you.
I spy with my dwarven eye. Oh. Okay. Do you...
Carefully, man. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed. Stick them with your sword and armor, and they go down. Their blood
Do you guys
black
mind
as
if
sin,
I,
poisonous.
Ugh, really? Alright.
Don't even touch it. You get tainted with that blood, and you may as well slit your throat. We've lost many dogs already. Had to muzzle them to keep them from biting. It's a long and painful way to die.
Jesus. Alright. Oh! I'm just hoping to stumble across some shoes. Oh! Pardon me. No? The helm. Yeah, there's a lot more red in her hair, once we're above ground. I'm sure I can't wear any of the boots on, but I don't want to bother these people.
My faith sustains me. I shall not fear 10,000 men should they set themselves against me.
Well, that sounds stupid. Hello.
I look forward to the morning's glorious battle. The Maker will smile on us. I'm sure of it.
Okay. Boy, I bet my feet are bloody at this point.
Different colors. We're getting reports of incoming.
Maker above, hear the prayers of your sons and daughters. We who betrayed your prophet Andraste now beg your forgiveness. Do not abandon us in our darkest hour. Watch over the valiant King Kaelan and guide him as he faces
These people are really
terrible
religious.
evil. Watch over Terran Logan.
Makes me uncomfortable.
Give him the wisdom to bring us victory.
So, any last wishes I can help fulfill before you head into battle? Life is fleeting, you know. That pretty face could be decorating some darkspawn spear this time tomorrow. Shall I take that quiet glare as a no? Oh, well, too bad.
Oh, God. At least maybe I could sell some of these things. I don't know why I can look at this guy's chest and just take his stuff. Hello!
Have you seen an elf running about? Young woman, red hair, carrying a suit of chain.
I don't think so.
Blast it. Where did she go? That suit
Everybody
better
has
be patched
moles
up when she
right
gets
here.
back or by the maker up. Oh, pardon my manners. My troubles are no concern of yours, I'm sure. I'm the quartermaster. Did you come for supplies?
Well, that depends. Would I get a discount if I help you track this girl down?
Oh, I'm sure you have better things to do than run errands for me. I can find her myself.
Alright, well, what do you got?
Let me know what you'd like.
Mainly some shoes. I have, like, no money. Hey, you wouldn't happen to have, Oh. There's no way I could get back. Well, let's see. Sell my injury kit. Can I sort by value? Oh, here, I don't need this. Can I sell you this? Can't use that! Oh, yes. Awesome. Can't use that? Backpack! I'm just really excited because whenever I play this game, I always forget to get this backpack. Every single time I forget this one, I come out of the battle and I'm like, oh, the backpack! Alright, what else can I sell to you? I mean, I'm sure that I can use these if and when there's ever a mage in my party, but... I'm sure I'll pick up lots more. I'm not gonna wear that. I can't wear that. I'm glad this guy has unlimited money. I'm just gonna, because I'm gonna pick up stuff just as good as this, or better later. So I might as well just sell it all off now and get some stuff I can actually use. It's like I kind of want to sell it because I don't really have any use for it, but I know that later in the game I'll have characters who can wear it who will look really, really good in it. Sten looks really good in Blood Dragon plate armor. Can I just, like, is there an easier way to sell, like double click it or something? Ah, yes. Oh God, take that, please. that. It's the one shield I have I can actually use. I don't need that. Okay! Hey, now I have some money. Alright, do you have some shoes that I can wear? Please have shoes that I can wear. Okay. Good. Studded leather boots. Tier 3. Alright, those are the best ones I see so far. Manly stuff. It's too heavy for me. Okay. Okay. I will take these, please. And maybe you have some armor that's better than my armor that I can actually wear. Probably some gloves, too. I don't have any gloves, right? Yeah. Okay. Boots, boots, boots. Armor. The leather is better than the cured. Okay. Okay, sure. I'll take that. What else? Is there anything else I should take? Maybe some weapons. My weapons are shit! There's a steel dagger. It's a little better than mine. I'll take it. Okay. No accessories for me, huh? Oh god, I used up like almost all my money. I don't really need any of this stuff right now. Okay. Thank you so much. I'm just gonna go over here and change my clothes. Don't look at me. Oh, yay, boots! Oh, it just changed the color of it. Oh, but I can sell these things too. Yes. Sorry, I have just two other things.
Hello again. Is there something you need?
Yeah.
Some supplies, perhaps?
Sort of. Let me see.
Let me know what you'd like.
I'd like some money. So you go ahead and take that and that. Thank you. Oh, I'm so tempted to sell that. But I won't. Okay. Whew, I feel better now. Let's save. Now I feel comfortable actually, like, exploring the place. Hello!
Well, you're not what I thought you'd be.
Sorry? What is that supposed to mean?
Oh, me and Sir Knight were just betting on what the third recruit would be. Not a dwarf, yet here you are. The name's Daveth. It's about bloody time you came along. I was beginning to think they cooked this ritual up just for our benefit.
What do you know about the ritual? Anything?
I happened to be sneaking around camp last night, see, and I heard a couple of Grey Wardens talking. So, I listened in for a bit. I'm thinking they plan to send us into the wilds.
It wouldn't frighten me, man. I've been down in the deep roads.
Cannibals, beasts, witches, and now Darkspawn. What isn't to be scared of? It's all too secretive for me. Makes my nose twitch. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Like we have a choice.
Are they forcing you to be here?
I've got nowhere else to go after what Duncan saved me from. Anyway, I expect it's time to get back to Duncan. That's where I'll be if you need me for anything.
This is starting to sound more and more like a cult with every passing moment. They just like, they scoop people up who are having a hard time, you know, they got nowhere else to go. Can't unlock. Hello.
Welcome, young woman.
What's your name?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
Do you always talk like that?
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
I know why you're feared. You talk like a serial killer. The people of magic aren't feared by dwarves.
Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits.
Oh.
We can be possessed easily, and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
Jesus! That sounds horrible!
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror.
That's because they took your emotions away.
I am content to serve in my role.
Well, I feel horrible for you.
You do? I feel nothing.
I know, because they took your emotions
away. As the name
away.
suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
Can you tell me about enchantment?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects.
I was just
we
testing you.
create the glow lights,
I'm a dwarf, so I know what
as
enchantment
well as
is.
the magic staff or the flaming blade. The irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
Alright, what sort of enchantments do you work with?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
Alright, I'm gonna go.
Goodbye.
Hi, you're so creepy. Just gonna go over here and read my book. Wait a minute. I thought I saw something sparkling over there, but I was wrong. Yes. Ostagar. Find the great... Well, I'll do that later. You've arrived at the king's camp just outside the Korcari Wilds in the ruin known as Ostagar. Duncan has told you that when you're ready to begin the joining, you should seek out the great ward named Alistair somewhere in camp. Well, he's probably another human, so whatever. Archdemon, yeah, somebody says something about those guys. In darkness eternal they searched for those who had goaded them on until at last they found their prize, their god, their betrayer, the sleeping dragon, Dumat. Their taint, trying so hard not to be 8 years old, Their taint twisted even the false god, and the Whisperer awoke at last in pain and horror, and led them to wreak havoc upon all the nations of the world, the first blight. Threnodies 8-7. I keep reading this Threnodies person. The false dragon gods of the Tevinter Imperium lie buried deep within the earth, where they have been imprisoned since the Maker cast them down. No one knows what it is that drives the Darkspawn in their relentless search for the sleeping old gods. The Darkspawn are trying to find them. Perhaps it is instinct, as moths will fly into torch flames. Perhaps there is some remnant of desire for vengeance upon the ones who goaded the Magisters to assault heaven. Oh. Whatever the reason, when the Darkspawn find one of these ancient dragons, it is immediately afflicted by the taint. It awakens twisted and corrupted and leads the Darkspawn in a full-scale invasion of the land, a blight. That's an interesting symbiosis I got going there. My goodness, look at all the things. I learned a new control? I did. I didn't mean to do that. That's not new. Oh, I read it when it was down here. Got it. Characters. King Kalen Theron. I'd hoped for a war like in the tales, a king riding with the fabled Grey Wardens against a tainted god. And then he shook out his blonde hair. Son of the legendary king Merrick Theron, Kalen was the first Ferelden king born into a land free from foreign rule in 2 generations. Since his father's death, he's held the throne alongside his queen, Honora. His queen. Loghain Mac Tyr. It takes more than legends to win a battle. I haven't met this guy yet, but they mention him. Loghain was born a farmer during a time when his country was under foreign occupation. When he was still a boy, he joined the resistance, where his considerable tactical genius quickly became apparent. He became close friends with the Prince Merrick, the last true heir to the Ferelden throne, and together they led the rebels to drive out the forces of the Orlesian Empire. Merrick raised his friend to the nobility, and Loghain is now more of a symbol than a man. He represents the Ferelden ideals of hard work and independence. Alright. The Tranquil. The Tranquil are the creepiest and least understood but most visible members of the Circle. Every city of respectable size boasts a Circle of Magi shop, and every one of these shops is run by a Tranquil proprietor. The name is a misnomer, for they are not tranquil at all, rather they are like inanimate objects that speak. If a table wished to sell you an enchanted penknife, it could pass as one of these people. Their eyes are expressionless, their voice is monotone. Incomparable craftsmen they might be, but they are hardly the sort of mages to put ordinary folk at ease. Ain't it the truth? From In the Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. I keep reading his stuff, too. Oh, did I read this one before? No. The casts. You'd think I would have got this one really early on. Visitors to Orzammar should keep in mind that the hierarchies of Dwarven society are much more complex than our own. It is easy to gravely insult a man simply by mistaking his position. Since this can lead to unnecessary loss of life and limbs, I will attempt to mitigate the danger for my fellow travelers. The society of Orzammar is divided into nobles, warriors, smiths, artisans, miners, merchants, and servants. Now you are undoubtedly saying to yourself, we have all those divisions among our own people. This is a dangerous misconception. Certainly, we do have nobility, artisans, merchants, and these positions are largely inherited from our parents. However, the younger children of noblemen often choose to be artisans or soldiers. The sons of merchants may join the army, or become servants, or apprentice themselves to a craftsman. This is all freely chosen. Limited, perhaps, by the circumstances of birth, but still chosen. What is a matter of choice for most human folk is dictated entirely by birth for dwarves. No one may become a smith who was not born to smith-caste parents, as it should be. A servant who marries a noblewoman will never be a noble himself, and although his daughters would be nobles, his sons would be servants, for daughters inherit the caste of their mother, while sons inherit the caste of their father. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi. This guy is well-traveled and well-learned. Ostagar! That's apparently where I am, though all these place names are very confusing to me. Representing the furthest point of encroachment by the ancient Tevinter Imperium into the barbarian lands of the southeast, the fortress of Ostagar was once one of the most important defensive holdings south of the Waking Sea. It stood at the edge of the Korcari Wilds, watching for any signs of invasion. Why are you talking about it like it's alive? Watching for any signs of invasion by the barbarians known today as the Chastened Wilders. Straddling a narrow pass in the hills, the fortress needed to be bypassed to reach the fertile lowlands to the north, and proved to be exceedingly difficult for the Wilders to attack because of its naturally defensible position. Like most imperial holdings in the south, Ostagar was abandoned after Tevinter's collapse during the First Blight. It was successfully sacked by the Chastened Wilders, and then, as the Chastened threat dwindled following the creation of the modern Ferelden nation, fell to ruin completely. It has remained unmanned for 4 centuries, though most of the walls still stand, as does the tall Tower of Ishal, named after the great Archon that ordered its construction. Ostagar remains a testament to the magical power of the Imperium that created it. From Ferelden Folklore and History by Sister Patrine, Chantry Scholar. So it's unmanned, so people just come and hang out in it whenever they need to? Ah, the Korcari Wilds. They said we might be thrown into the wilds, and I don't really know what that means, because I don't know, I guess that's like a wooded area or something. I don't get all this human speak. It is said that in the midst of the Black Age, when werewolves stalked the lands of Ferelden in numbers that kept every farmholder indoors and a hound on every doorstep, a powerful Arl of the Armory peoples stood and declared that he would put an end to the threat. His Arlings stood on the border of the Dark Forest on the southern border of the Ferelden Valley. So many borders. And he claimed that the werewolves used the forest to launch their midnight assaults on humanity. For 20 years, this Arl led an army of warriors and hounds deep into the forest. For 20 years? In his hunt for the werewolves, he slew not only every wolf he came upon, but also every member of the Chastened Wilder folk. Oh dear. Any one of them, he said, could harbor a demon inside and thus be a werewolf in disguise. Dramatic music for the murdering guy who killed all the Chastened Wilder folk. For 20 years, the forest rang with screams and the rivers ran red. Oof. The tales say that an old Chastened woman found her sons all dead at the Arl's blades. She pulled one of those very blades from one son's heart and plunged it into her own chest, cursing the Arl's name as she did so. Where her blood touched the ground, a mist began to rise. It spread and spread until it was everywhere in the forest. The Arl's army became lost, and it is said that they died there. Others say they wander still. The ruins of his Arlings stand to this day, filled with the ghosts of women waiting eternally for their husbands to return. The forest of the legend is, of course, the Korcari Wilds. Oh, great. There are as many legends about the Great Southern Forest as there are shadows, or so the saying goes. The Chastened Wilder folk have made their home there since mankind first came to these lands, and the wildlands spread as far into the south as anyone has ventured. Beyond the mists are vast tracts of snow, white-capped mountains, and entire fields of ice. It is a land too cold for mankind to survive, yet the Chastened eke out an existence even there, and they tell of horrors beyond the wilds that the lowland folk could not begin to comprehend. To most, Ferelden simply ends with the Korcari Wilds. There is nothing beyond. The wilds is a land of great trees, wet marshes, and dangerous monsters. What more need be said? From Land of the Wilders by Mother Iolus, Chantry Scholar 918 Dragon. Well, I hope they don't send us there. That sounds like a terrible place. It also sounds like a smart place to send somebody for a ritual to get them to join something. Alright. Oof, that was a lot more reading than I had anticipated doing. Okay, what's up here?
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Wynn, one of the mages summoned by the king.
You're Wynn? Does that mean like you win all your battles? I'm Veata.